Welcome back to another episode of the Entrepreneur Expat. I'm Justin Keltner, your host, and I'm joined here today again with Amanda Bea, my partner. What we're going to be talking about today is a little bit about the difference between Mexico and Costa Rica. Now, Amanda and I have both been to both countries. We also know a bunch of people that live both in Mexico and in Costa Rica. And today we're just going to be talking a little bit about the differences between those two countries and some of the pros and cons of each. So, Amanda, what are some of the things that you liked about Costa Rica when you went there to visit?
I think the most obvious thing, and this is why people go to Costa Rica, is the nature. Costa Rica's landscape is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And from my understanding, Costa Rica as a country is very proud of that.
Mhm.
And they have a lot of pride in maintaining that just lushness in their country. And that's why most people go there, from my understanding.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I noticed as well. We went to places like Tamarindo, which was on the coast there in a state called Guanacaste. Very, very beautiful. Got to see a little bit of downtown San Jose, Costa Rica as well, which not a whole lot to see there. It wasn't really particularly interesting in the city, but along the coast, it's just super, super, super beautiful. There's a lot of really amazing mountains. There's volcanoes. There's some of the best beaches that I've seen personally in the world, although Caribbean beaches I think are definitely better. But in terms of like Pacific beaches, Pacific Ocean beaches, you really can't compare. So definitely great in terms of nature. Another one of the things that I liked is that people are very friendly there.
Yes.
It's also kind of a slower pace of life, definitely compared to the U.S.
Da.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
Although one might argue that that actually would be a con as well, because compared to the U.S. or compared to even Mexico, where we currently live, in Costa Rica, it's very difficult to get anything done. But we'll get back to that. Some of the other pros for sure about Costa Rica is that they do have a lot of nonstop flights to and from the U.S. What are some other things that you've noticed besides the nature, besides the closeness geographically and transportation wise to the US and Canada? What else have you seen that was on your pros list?
I think you said it. You mostly covered it, which was the people in Costa Rica are some of the warmest, kindest, nicest, most chill people I've ever met in my entire life. So I think that's major, right? You want to be, and one of the things that, and this is interesting, right? Maybe a lot of the reason why many Americans are now considering leaving the U.S. is because they feel like, as a culture, the U.S. is people are not very happy.
That's true, yeah.
It's true. And if you look at the statistics of anxiety and depression in the United States, it's no wonder that people are feeling that way. So a lot of people are looking for a much less stressful life. People who are just generally happier. And Costa Rica, with pura vida, tends to really, I think, satiate that for a lot of Americans who are looking for a slower pace of life, who are looking for just a happier place to live.
Yeah. Anything else that you can think of? I think that's a great point. I mean, it's the culture, it's the happiness. You know what else I'll say actually? The food is definitely amazing there. Uh, Arguably, they have even fresher fruits and vegetables than in Mexico because they're so close, just to nature, to farmland and everything else. So, perhaps a little bit better in terms of like the organic produce and crops, although Mexico is also really, really good in terms of accessibility of fruit. It's just that Costa Rica, with the climate and everything else, maybe there's a little bit more availability uh, around the year of things locally grown. That might be one slight pro for sure.
I would say that a pro for an American audience, this doesn't really apply to us, but I would say a pro to perhaps an American or a Canadian or maybe Western European audience is the fact that you can find a lot of English speakers in Costa Rica, which if you don't,
Absolutely, yep.
yeah, I would say, to us, it doesn't matter. We both speak Spanish, but we understand that if you don't speak Spanish, that might be something that you're looking into until you're able to more easily assimilate into the culture.
Yeah. That's a really good point as well. Uh, what else? So
I thought the infrastructure in terms of like roads and things was actually pretty good in Costa Rica in comparison to some other parts of
really,
Latin
compared to
America.
Mexico or
Not
compared
compared
to
to Mexico,
other parts of
but
Latin
other
America?
parts of Latin America.
Because
Yeah.
Mexico, I mean, people don't realize this, but it actually has some of the best infrastructure in Latin America. Obviously, there are countries with better roads, but people think, oh, Mexico's just, got a couple 2-lane roads. And if you go to places like Mexico City, like there's multi-lane highways. Here, there's actually not quite like freeways, but we definitely have things similar where, no, actually, we do have controlled access freeways like between cities, not so much in Guadalajara, but like if you go between Guadalajara and Vallarta, between Guadalajara and Mexico City, most of the roads are typically like 2 lanes each way, sometimes one, but with a shoulder. So they'll have like 1 or 2 lanes each way, controlled entrance and exits. Some of them are toll roads, the nice ones, but there's a
It
lot of good
does.
roads
It
here.
does depend where you are in Mexico, because the first time I came to Mexico, I was not in the cities. I was not in Mexico City. I was not in Guadalajara. I was in Chiapas, which is the southernmost state, I believe the southernmost state
It's
in
right on the
Mexico.
border with
It's right,
Guatemala.
yeah, it's right on the border with Guatemala. Yeah, we were more on free roads in Chiapas, right? With the topes through
Yeah.
the mountains, right? So it depends on where you are in Mexico. I would say, but generally speaking, I would say both countries, like road wise, infrastructure wise, in terms of that, like driving and getting around places in the country, I think both countries are doing pretty well
Yeah.
in that regard.
Now, what about some of the cons? Like, what are some reasons that you choose Mexico versus wanting to live in Costa Rica? I'll give you one for me, and I'm sure you're probably thinking this as well. Uh, from my, for my taste, from my perspective, Costa Rica seems heavily Americanized.
Yes,
Very, very, very Americanized, very designed to cater towards like foreigners, tourists, things
as
like
in
that.
like the whole country
The whole country,
is
yeah.
Americanized.
And
Yes.
you would think that that would actually be a very good thing, but in reality, when countries tend to go that way, and in fact, Costa Rica does have its own currency, but everywhere there that you go, or at
You
least
just
everyone,
use the dollar,
yeah, everyone
which
that I went uses the
I think
dollar.
I know where you're going with this. Because of that, Costa Rica is very expensive for what you're getting.
It's priced for
Yeah.
tourists. It's priced for Americans. So the standards that people are comparing to, like the average person that goes there, is they're saying, okay, well, this, $10 lunch is really cheap in compared to what I might pay in Miami. But in reality, that same thing in that region for the same quality is probably going to cost a fifth as much or a third as much. So it's worth noting that for sure. It's very catered towards the the,
It's
the
very
tourists.
dollarized,
Hmm.
right? Dolarizado, I think is
Yeah.
how you say it, whereas Mexico seems to not be becoming dollarized. So I've definitely noticed that as a huge difference because to your point, if a country becomes very Americanized, I think Ecuador, I think, is a little bit like that too, right?
It
Where,
is, yeah.
yeah,
Ecuador does, yeah. They do
uses
use the
the
dollar.
dollar,
Hmm.
right? So if they're dollarized, then it tends to make it more expensive because it's basically being catered to Americans. Whereas it seems like Mexico is actually not moving in the direction of being dollarized at all, which I mean, I'm not an economist. I could be wrong about this, but it seems to keep the costs lower, or at least it seems like you're getting better value for what you're paying.
Well, I think it's because Mexico's economy, sure, there's a big component of it that does uh, deal with tourism. There's a lot of tourism revenue that the Mexican economy gets from the U.S. and Canada and from Europe as well. But they have a lot of manufacturing. They have a lot of infrastructure. They have information technology. They have much more developed sectors outside of just tourism. And so you're not going into a country where so much of the economy is just based on tourism. Granted, sure, I mean that means that a lot of people in Costa Rica speak English and might cater to that. Back to the mention on our pros list, but it also, and this is maybe another line item for this section on the cons, it also doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, feel as authentic as going somewhere that's like in Latin America, but not designed to cater towards tourists. So there's a little bit of lack, perhaps, of that authenticity. Again, I'm not saying all of Costa Rica, but definitely the parts that I've been to and the parts that most expats would would go to or would reside in.
I actually thought of a pro for Costa Rica, which may have to do with the fact that it caters to Americans, although I have heard that this has been shifting in the last couple of years, which is safety. Statistically, I would say Costa Rica is safer than Mexico. Costa Rica has been long known for a very long time as one of the safest countries in the world. They don't even have a military. They don't even have a military in Costa Rica. I remember when I was traveling in Costa Rica several years ago with a Colombian friend, both from Miami, both of us. We were going there for a retreat in Tamarindo, and it was like a crazy flight from Miami to Liberia, which was a regional airport. We're like, well, that's like literally stupid. We both speak Spanish. We can just make a road trip out of this. So we flew from San Jose, and from San Jose, we road tripped to Tamarindo, and we asked if anybody else in the retreat wanted to do that. And the answer, mostly Americans, mostly Canadians, mostly European, although the Europeans not as much, but mostly the Americans and Canadians were like, no, 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 we're not going to do that because they were concerned for the safety in Latin America, to which myself and my Colombian friend started laughing because every Latin person knows that Costa Rica is one of the safest countries in the world, and they don't even have a military, and they don't have anywhere near the amount of like violence and problems that other Latin American countries have had. However, I have recently seen reports that, for example, petty crime has increased in Costa Rica in the last couple of years. So that just might be something to take into consideration.
Mhm. What are some of the other cons that you have heard of about Costa Rica or experienced yourself?
The internet.
Yeah, that is a big one. When I was down there, granted we were kind of not quite in the middle of nowhere, but we were staying on a ranch, and the signal, I mean, it was kind of usable, but the electricity, so this is probably another one, is like infrastructure overall. Maybe this is, encompassing of power and internet and everything else, but infrastructure isn't quite what it is in Mexico. The power went out a few times, kind of on and off in the week that we were there. It was myself and a group of friends that went down there, separate from Amanda's trip, and the power went on and off. One day it was actually down for an entire like 8 hours. Fortunately, the place that we were staying at had a generator, but the generator was only strong enough to run, basic things there. I don't believe it actually ran the air conditioning. It was like you would get, some kitchen appliances and maybe the wash or something like that, but like all of the ACs were off, and it was pretty brutal because it was hot, it was humid.
I struggled a lot with the internet
Yeah,
because,
the
yeah,
internet is also a little
the
más o menos,
más o
as we
menos.
say.
Yeah, I struggled a lot with the internet or cell phone service in Costa Rica. Now, if you run an online business like we do, and we're going to do another episode on the difference between being a digital nomad and an actual entrepreneur expert, the two are not the same.
Expat.
Expat. Both, right?
Entrepreneur, expert, expat. Check
um,
all the boxes.
that there's a difference, right? And, I remember at the time when I went to Costa Rica, I had just hired my first employee. I needed to be in contact with the team. There was stuff going on. I needed to run payroll, and it was a complete shit show with the internet in Costa Rica. So I remember that standing out to
How
me
long
very
ago was that?
specifically.
Because I don't think I had as many issues with you, although I wasn't really trying to connect too much. We were on a retreat.
I that was in 29, wait, 20 early 2019. So it wasn't
Okay.
that long ago.
So then maybe it hasn't changed too much. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's a little bit more hit or miss. I'm sure you can get good internet there, but yeah, our experience independently was that I think Amanda had more issues than I did because I didn't have any issues getting on when I needed to. But yes, the cell service was a little bit less reliable than it is, for example, here in Mexico. The speeds weren't as great, and there was a little bit more lag or latency in my usage of the internet there. But she seems to have had more issues than what I had. So yeah, internet infrastructure in general not quite as developed, and it's also quite expensive, not just for like food and restaurants and things like that at those tourist areas, but my experience was that even things like groceries were I don't want to say substantially more expensive than in Mexico, but definitely noticeably more expensive. So it's something to take into consideration. You're going to end up paying more money in rent. You're going to end up paying probably more money in services, definitely more money in food, especially if you want to eat well. And in Mexico, here we can go walk, I mean, a block and a half, be at a really nice sushi restaurant, Thai restaurant,
Oh yeah,
French
Mexico
restaurant.
is a foodie country,
Yeah, and
like
it's so
period,
cheap.
and
I
it's
mean,
so cheap.
we went out, me, you, and our friend Mario, and we ate for like at a really, really nice high-end restaurant for maybe $60, $65 or something like that with tip.
Yeah.
But just like delicious food, like steak and shrimp
Yeah,
linguine
food
and a
has never
yeah,
disappointed me in Mexico except in like touristy places like Sayulita, right? But like
little,
food,
little beach towns
little,
or the
like
gringos hang out.
food has never once disappointed me in Mexico. It is a foodie country, and it's not just the Mexican cuisine in and of itself that is absolutely scrumptious and delicious and one of the best in the world. It's the fact that you have people from all over the world living in Mexico, which then adds to the gastronomia. And actually, you brought up an interesting point. I would say this is a con for Costa Rica that I love about Mexico. And this is actually something that shocked me about Costa Rica because I didn't know what I was about to say. I'm Latina. Usually in Latin American countries, if you're in the cities in Latin American countries, you'll see like colonial architecture or at least a freaking cathedral or something or a plaza or something of that nature in Latin American countries. There was none of that. In Costa Rica, the cities are not that great in Costa Rica, but no one's going to Costa Rica to go hang out in cities. So I would put that as a con for Costa Rica because I am a city girl. When it comes to just like living and working and existing, there's just certain conveniences that come with cities that you're not going to get in Costa Rica. You're just not going to get it, but you will get it in Mexico.
Now, on the flip side of that, the beaches are very, very, very nice in Costa Rica, and I don't know if we mentioned
I
this
would say better
earlier,
than in Mexico. Yeah.
but yeah, I think
Yes.
that relative between Mexico and Costa Rica, the beaches in Costa Rica are a lot nicer. They're a lot less crowded by like drunk, crazy gringos.
Yes.
There's definitely like the hippie vibe, but it's like a nice hippie vibe. But people are mellow, and it's not a bunch of people just trying to go crazy and like do things that would be either frowned upon or illegal in the U.S. or Canada. It's more like surfer culture, kind of building communities of expats together. It was a nice vibe, and I could definitely understand how some people might enjoy it. If you have a family, for example, that's a pro for safety there. Although Mexico is extremely safe, at least in the parts that we've been to, but Costa Rica arguably might be a little safer. So if you have a family, for example, and you really like to be on the beach and you really like just a slower pace of life, you love the beach life, you love the mountains, you want to be really connected to nature. There's places to do that in Mexico for sure, but maybe you would want to consider Costa Rica. Other than that, I think that Mexico's one of the best countries to be in Latin America, and we've spent a bunch of time here. And yeah, I personally think it's the winner. Let us know what you think in the comments. Have you been to Mexico? Have you been to Costa Rica? What
Have
are your thoughts on each?
Have you lived in either of them? Some people might also be living in Panama who are watching this. We could do a whole other video on that because some people prefer Panama to either Mexico or Costa Rica. So let us know if you've lived anywhere in Latin America and if it's something that you enjoy. And if you're considering Mexico or Costa Rica, what are some of the questions that you have? What are some of the things that you're considering? And we can do a video on it.
See you next time. Thanks so much for listening.